Hey, let's talk here a little bit about human design and one of the profiles that I've been encountering more in my life, which are 1-3s. And I know 1-3 is very good because my mother is a 1-3, my two brothers are 1-3s. The father of my wife is a 1-3, the mother of my wife is a 1-3, and I have a lot of 1-3s around me. So it's one of the profiles that I know best. And I know a lot of the struggle. And also, as a 6-2, I was a 1-3. And I'm a 1-3 still. Because 6-2s have a really common ground with 1-3s because until 30 years old, the 6-2 profile is like a 1-3. So I know 1-3s, and yeah, I think you like this video. It's about the struggle, and the struggle is when it's gonna be enough of mistakes, when I'm gonna find my thing, when things are gonna settle. And that's, I think, one of the struggles of the 1-3, which is this chaotic life, always trying things and failing. And I know people that live it really good. I know people that live one side of the 1-3, and I know people that live another side of the 1-3. So we're gonna talk about it in this video. I think it's gonna be very interesting. So for example, I know someone that I won't say the name, or if it's, I won't say who he is, but anyways, I know this person and she is on the one line. So it's a 1-3, and she's living the conscious side, which is security. One is the investigator. She's studying a lot. She made a job, and she's in that job for 40 years. She's almost on retirement. And she never tried anything else. She just locked herself on that specific topic, and she just, boom, that's it. And she has, of course, lots of money, but of course, she lacks all this desire and this yearning and this longing for adventure, which is the 3 line. This is what I know from someone. I know another someone which is just all the time on the 3. So it's on the unconscious side, which is very interesting because mostly people, when they are not conscious of their unconscious, they play their conscious side. And that's one of the things that human design help us with, is get out of the observer. Get into the observer and let the human design, the avatar drive, and the observer takes not the control. But especially people that are not so conscious about themselves, about their design, their human design, for example, they are living much on their personality. They think that they are their personality, which is not the case. And it's very interesting to see someone just living on the unconscious and not living the conscious side. But anyways, I know someone, for example, that is all the time on this chaotic, and the 3 line, all the time doing mess. And he's a business person. And he's always starting this. He's asking for loans, then he doesn't return them, and then he starts these shops, and then the shops don't work, and then he starts on another shop, and he's all over the place. And I always feel that this chaotic energy with this person, and it's like, can you not see it? And I'm seeing it, of course. So, and there's people that have this balance, right? So what I want to say with the 1-3 is that it's really a challenging thing, because your profile is here to make mistakes. And I think it depends on your attitude. If you take your attitude as the victim, which is most of the case of 1-3, 1-3s have a challenge with victimhood, because they think they are a victim of their lives, and they just go from partner to partner, from disaster to disaster, and that doesn't have to be the case. I think 1-3s are the most resilient type. That's one of the strengths, is resilience. They continue living even though they fall and they make mistakes and they may have some chaotic life sometimes. They just move on, and that's something admirable. That's something to take into account. Another thing is that all those mistakes are actually a lot of lessons. If someone knows about life, is you, right? And life is about being on the mess. having challenges and, stepping out of the comfort zone. So I think 1-3s are here to teach us a lot about life and a lot about what they did wrong. And I think that later in life, if you wait a little bit and you're 35, you've made so many experimentations, right? That you can teach others so much. For example, this person that I was mentioning, that is a business owner, making all these mistakes, and I'm feeling like, when is this guy gonna settle? But I think if this guy, really was conscious of all the things he's learning by making mistakes, with the hiring, with the delegation, with having partners that betray him, to asking for loans that he cannot return, for opening shops that don't work, and he just goes on. All these things then he can write a book. He can have so many consultations to people that want to do what he's doing. And I know for sure he's going to have a lot of success just because he's a business person, and he'll take all this knowledge that he has, because of not all the knowledge, I would say all the wisdom, and then teach others. So that's one of the things that you have to take into account. Like all these things that you try, and that is like, fuck, I would like to settle. I would like to, have the thing. And it's always this chaos, as actually really gonna help you longer in the way. So I think also what I know from 1-3s is the longer they live, the more they settle, the chaos just dissipates. And then they have learned a lot about what works and what doesn't work. I feel myself like a 1-3 as well still, because I'm at 27. So I'm not yet on 30. And I feel, for example, with your YouTube channel, I've tried so many things. Like now I'm quick. Now I know what works. I've tried so many. I have had so many channels of YouTube that you don't know because you haven't seen them. But I've created channels, I've created videos, I created different types of services, products, ways of making business. Like I know a lot about, I could say confidently, about how to do a YouTube channel that really monetizes, and and having an audience, and how to sell to that audience just from YouTube. Because I've tried so many things, and it was very chaotic, and I had to close my account because I made a mess, and I was confusing my clients because but that's the 3 line, right? But I learned a lot. But of course, I'm a 6-2. I'm a 6-2 still. But another thing I would say about the 1-3s is the thing that you cannot tell them anything. I feel different from that. I was very much like that before. You couldn't tell me anything because I don't want to listen to you. And still, I don't want to listen to you if you tell me something. But to 1-3s, it's very difficult to tell them something because they are personal profile. So personal profile is about themselves. 6-2s is about transpersonal profile. So it's about teaching, right? We want to teach other people. So we need other people. The 1-3 doesn't need anybody. That's the difference between the personal profile and the transpersonal profile. And the personal profile is about, themselves. So the 1-3 is about themselves. And actually, even if you tell them don't do this because it won't do good, they need to go and do it and fail to learn. So I remember so many times my mother has told me not to do certain things, and I had to try them. And yes, at the end it turned out how she said, but I had to have the experience. And I think that's how I want to finish the video. If you're a 1-3, I really think you have to embrace this type with a lot of compassion and see the strengths that you have, and really go into the world and you don't listen to anybody. Do your thing. And I think then you can teach others a lot of things. And what the 1-3, of course, is here to, balance the investigation of a certain topic and the experimentation in that topic. Okay? Whatever it is, there's this amazing combination between the investigator of knowledge and the wisdom of the experience that united can help a lot of people on not making the same mistakes, right? So if you're a 1-3 and you like this video, you have any questions, you have any struggles, more than the ones that I said, and it resonates, please give some comments, give me some feedback, and I for sure make a video of them. So see you in the next videos on human design jinkies. There's this series on YouTube, and you can always ask me any question here in the comments, and I'll try to answer them. So see you on the next videos.